So you want to listen to a pretty alright podcast about wrestling, do ya? Well, the natural lad, Jim Swag, has said time and time again that there's only one podcast that's the most decent and the most alrightest in the industry today. And that's it's the Game Rage Wrestling Podcast. Yeah, buddy. I'm just letting you people know right now, this is going to be a spicy fucking episode. There's going to be some hot takes. You're probably not going to like it. And I'm telling you right now, you're entitled to your opinion, as wrong as it may be. But if you disagree with me on anything that I say, get that ass banned. Get out of here.
Get that ass banned.
Ban yourself.
Compliments of low tier god. The fighting game legend. Yeah, man. And then you add Kurt Angle to the mix.
Oh, fucking anything could happen. All right. Anyways, before we get into that, if you want to hear us talk about things that were not necessarily spicy, but things that could also be spicy, you could listen to our other podcast and go to GameRageMagazine.com, where you can hear them all at your listening pleasure and your leisure, I should say. If you want to follow us on social media at Game Rage Magazine, Instagram and TikTok at Game Rage Mag on Twitter/X. Adam's at All Gas No Trash Official. And if you want to hear some musical stuff and some musical memes and see him shit on people, and as I saw today, he fucking just running that mouth, and I fucking love every second of it.
Yeah, well, if you want to look into that, as Josh was saying, you can find it on my Instagram page, All Gas No Trash, no underscores, any bullshit like that. And you can see me rail about artists that I fucking hate.
Indeed. All right, so let's start this off with the one thing that we didn't cover from the Money in the Bank, because we just didn't fucking talk about it. And that was this whole John Cena thing.
Okay.
So John Cena, because today we have a few topics, and I'll tell you this right now.
Timestamp?
Oh, the timestamp is 240. Yeah, 240.
All right.
240, just like Solo Sikoa's weight or BMI.
Fuck them.
I agree. We're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about fatties in wrestling. We're going to talk about fucking undisciplined, disgusting fat boys and how Scott Steiner was right.
He was fucking right, dude.
Fucking right.
He's fat.
And it disgusts me.
I'm going to make him bleed.
Yeah. And we'll get to that. We're also going to talk about, obviously, the John Cena thing is going to be the first thing we're going to talk about. And then we're going to talk about my conspiracy theory regarding the future of WWE clothing merchandise and possibly fucking wrestling attire, which, God, I hope this fucking isn't true. But
oh, yeah, I got you.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. It's a conspiracy theory that I have. We'll get to that. And then what was the other thing? Oh, the holdover period. This being the holdover period where it's going to suck balls for the next 6 months until we get to Netflix. So we're going to talk about that. So those are topics. First and foremost, the John Cena issue. Talking to somebody about this, I got told, "Why do you have to ruin everything, Josh? Like, why are you such a piece of shit, Josh?" And like, this is someone that we've loved and blah blah blah. And you're right. You're fucking right. Yes, John Cena. He has been a pillar of professional wrestling for the last 20 fucking plus years. He is likely going to be the one who breaks Ric Flair's 16 time.
Who better deserving than John Cena? Honestly,
no one better deserving. And I'm not mad. And okay, maybe it's a little sad to see that he's retiring. It's also makes me feel old as fuck because again, I saw him wrestle in those neon green shitty tights for the first time.
Me too.
Yeah. And now I feel a little bit old. Maybe this brings my own mortality to the forefront here a little bit. But what pissed me off about this is why come out and say all this shit about how you're going to retire. You're retiring. This is it. It's over. Thank you, everyone, for loving me, and I love you all. And then immediately say, well, hold on now. I mean, I'm going to retire in 6 to 12 business months. Like, actually, like, I'm still going to be wrestling. Like, still be around, still going to wrestle. Oh, and also, this next WrestleMania, I'm going to be wrestling. It's not going to be my last match, but it'll just be my last WrestleMania. I'm going to go all the way from January 2025 to December 2025. And then December 2025, retire. That's his plan. That's the plan. And I'm sure, barring injury, I'm sure that'll probably happen. And he's probably going to wrestle, I would say, maybe 6 matches in that 12-month period. I think that's probably reasonable considering his work schedule of film. And maybe he's set this aside so that he can do more. But for right now, tentatively, I say 6 is what he's going to do. But what pissed me off is don't even bother fucking telling us, because now this whole next fucking 18-month period, all I'm going to be wondering or thinking about is how we're never going to get to see John Cena again. Now I got anxiety about it. Now I'm just thinking every match I watch could be the last one. What if he fucking pulls an edge and breaks his fucking leg in some crazy maneuver? Fuck, now I know going in that I was already worried this was going to be the last one. And now here it is, right? Now it happens. Just fucking tell us at the end when you're done. Tell us when the 18-month run is done.
Or leave your boots in the ring.
Yes, just do that, man. Like, just do that. Just leave them in there. You don't gotta fucking come out and tell us 2 years in advance. Because this is like the inverse of what Flair and Hogan did. Where Flair and Hogan had fucking retirements and then literally broke them every single time they fucking did it. And came back and did shit, right? I think that for John Cena, the best possible way that he could have done this, and again, yeah, you call me a smart mark, you call me whatever. Yeah, I'm not in the business. Okay, fine. I get it. But for me as a fan, the best way he could have did this was go on a run, have that title one last time, and then you go into a fucking title, or maybe you lose it, and then you go into hey, I want my rematch. I'm willing to put my career on the line. And then you put over whoever the guy is that's got the title. It's not got to be a CM Punk. It doesn't need to be a Randy Orton. It needs to be a Carmelo Hayes. It needs to be maybe an LA Knight. It needs to be somebody.
Too late for that.
Well, maybe for LA Knight. But listen, maybe a young guy. Put over a young guy who fuck. Or hell, maybe you tell him, fine, I'll put the title on the line and we'll also put both our careers on the line. So I've never seen that before. You're a young guy. If you don't beat me for this belt, you have to retire.
I need it to be Braun Breaker.
Oh, dude, perfect.
I need a heel made, solidified with the retirement match of John Cena.
And he needs to beat the fuck out of him.
He needs to bludgeon him.
Oh, he needs to do what Brock Lesnar did to him with the fucking chairs or whatever, when he just beat the shit out of fucking Cena with all those chairs that one time.
Yeah, and then he can do that segment where he pushes him down the stairs in a wheelchair after he fucks him up.
Yeah, perfect. Perfect.
Do really sick shit. Yeah. So we get the impression that Braun Breaker is going to be a heel for the ages, hopefully.
Yeah, and then turn up the fucking
the Steinerisms.
Turn up the HGH, turn up the Trenbolone on him, like double it, and then just let him be Scott Steiner 2.0, man. Just let him do it and let him be crazy. And that's what we need. That's going to be beautiful. It's going to be perfect. I don't know what's going to happen with this. I don't know how it's going to go. I can't predict anything. I will say that I think now, with this being John Cena's last WrestleMania for sure, and it's going to be in Vegas next year, maybe we really do need to fucking get tickets to go. Maybe we really need to fucking just go just to see it in person.
All right. So you're thinking 6 matches, right?
I'm thinking 6. Yeah. I'm thinking like Royal Rumble, WrestleMania,
Survivor Series.
For sure. SummerSlam and Survivor Series. And there might be Crown Jewel sprinkled in there so he can get that final.
That sweet Saudi Arabia money.
He's going to get that massive fucking payday from that.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe one of those. And then whatever the one is in December, the final one. Or hell, maybe you make that Survivor Series. Maybe you do Survivor Series be his final match, his going away match.
Maybe. We'll see.
So I don't know.
I think now I'm kind of concerned. Because if you're telling me 6 matches, what sounds like a fair go of it for numbers, right? Mm-hmm. How are you going to convince? How are you going to have a significant story for a feud with 6 matches? Because you need 3 months to build the feud, And if you want to make it a good one, I think you need 6 months. So it can't. He's going to go the greatest hits route and just do bangers with
John Cena,
CM Punk.
CM Punk, Randy Orton,
Drew McIntyre.
I kind of think he's going to fight The Rock at WrestleMania next year. Like, I kind of think that's what they're probably going to do. Now, granted, I don't want to see that because we already got it. It was once in a lifetime. Please don't sully it. Okay. Maybe if Brock Lesnar comes back, maybe he's around. I don't know. Fuck. But yeah, like you said, a greatest hits tour and then maybe put somebody over, I feel like, at the end.
I would rather just it be 6 matches or maybe a year-long feud and you make somebody the next big star, heel or heel. Yeah.
Got to be a heel. And I will say this too. I think that with the performance that Cena gave in the last match that he wrestled in, it was not a good one. And
Austin Theory.
Yeah, it was not good. And I will say that I think that obviously he's in his 50s. I don't think that they gave him enough time to prep for this. I think this was kind of thrown at the last minute. And especially with the filming schedule that he was doing with all the shit that he's on, I think that fucked him. And I think that he's not satisfied with that because I know, if anything, there's anything I know about John Cena, it's I know he fucking respects the business. And I know he's not satisfied with that. And so I'm willing to look past this nonsense of giving us a timeline of his retirement to give it to him and say, hey, you're going to go out on your own terms now. You're going to go out the way you want to. But I expect you to be wrestling at a level that is commensurate with your station, right? With the guys that you are wrestling with. I expect that from you. Now, it's July. He's probably not going to wrestle until we go to Netflix. He's probably not going to do shit until we go to Netflix, which honestly, looking at it now from this perspective that I just fucking thought of because I'm a genius, maybe that's the smart way to do it now. Announce this whole going away tour. Now he's got 6 months. Everyone knows you're coming back. And you know you weren't happy with the last performance you gave. Now you're going to need to be ready. So John Cena has 6 fucking months to get that ass in fucking ring.
To get yoked.
To get John Cena'd up. Do another couple of cycles. Shit, 6 months that's a good fucking, that's like 3 cycles right there.
Yeah, I mean, shit, dude. it almost makes me wonder if he even bothers with the never give up gimmick. Is this the one time he possibly abandons it and goes back to the Doctor of Thuganomics for Netflix to basically revisit something he's been out of touch with for so long, but probably wants to do because I'm sure he wants to cut nasty promos and like really square up with dudes on the verbal end. At least I would love to see that.
And this is the other thing, too. We all know that John Cena is the Make-A-Wish guy, but John Cena's been out of wrestling for a while, right? In terms of being that spotlight guy. And he's done things that are adult-oriented, Peacemaker. I mean, he's been in a bunch of R-rated shit. Like, he's done a lot of stuff that, I mean, hell, he came out naked at the fucking Grammys or the fucking whatever the fuck it was, the Oscars. So I don't think John Cena has those restrictions anymore when it comes to wrestling. Like, where he couldn't be a face, he couldn't be a heel. He had to be a face because of all the kids that love him. All those kids that loved him grew up watching. Well, guess what? They're adults now. And now you're going to Netflix. And so I do think that there is a very strong possibility that he either brings that gimmick back or maybe he brings something new to the table that's different, but along that same vein. It's not the same, but it rhymes, right? Like it's one of those kind of deals. It'll be something similar where he can go back to being kind of an asshole and like how he was when he was the Doctor of Thuganomics. And man, I think that would be the greatest way to fucking go out.
Oh yeah. Have like an NW, like a Hulk turning heel moment.
And he will be loved. He'll be the face. It doesn't matter. He will be the face because people are going to love that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to cheer for him at all times. So if you've got somebody like Braun Breaker who comes in and says, I don't give your time has passed, old man. I'm the future. I'm the present. It's me now. And you have this narrative that you can run for a whole fucking year of them just like, again, they're long, slow burning this CM Punk and Drew McIntyre thing. I think this is how you make Braun Breaker a legend is you slow burn him and they don't have to wrestle every single fucking month or every other month. Hell, they don't even need to really wrestle until maybe halfway through the feud. But maybe he comes out at Royal Rumble. That's where you start it. John Cena enters in the Royal Rumble. That's his first like match back. And he's like, I'm going to win it. I'm going to go to WrestleMania and win my final belt. And then Braun Breaker, somehow they're in the ring together. He fucking throws him out. It causes some fucker. Maybe John Cena eliminates him
out of the ring.
Yeah, maybe John Cena eliminates him. Braun Breaker goes to the back. He comes back, Braun Breaker, because he's pissed. And he fucking fucks up Cena. And then he eliminates him. And that's now how it begins. They maybe trade some words, whatever. Okay, fine. Ghost fuckery happens. It goes away, whatever. And then... oh, John Cena's going to have his match at WrestleMania with whoever. Braun Breaker comes in and fucking interferes. Oh, man. Fucking now you cost him something. Now you're a problem for real.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, maybe you have SummerSlam or you have one of the, maybe Money in the Bank, SummerSlam, Survivor Series. Those are the 3 pay-per-views. And you have them do basically best of 3 against Braun Breaker. Cena wins the first one, or Breaker wins the first one, maybe cheats, does something sketchy. John Cena maybe fucking comes back on the second one, wins it, and does something sketchy, maybe cheats to get back at him. Now we're square. And then you got the rubber match, fucking the final one that Braun Breaker says, this is a retirement match. Whoever loses never wrestles again. And then that's how you solidify him as the guy who retired. Essentially what will be known as the greatest fucking, I wouldn't say in-ring performer, but this generation's Hulk Hogan. That's who John Cena is.
Yeah, he is.
Without a doubt. There's nothing you can tell me that could convince me otherwise. John Cena is the 2000s wrestling fan generation fucking Hulk Hogan. That's just the bottom line. So, because now when people think of pro wrestling or they hear John Cena, they might not know what WWE is. Well, most people do, but they know who John Cena is because they see him in all kinds of shit, just like Hogan was back then. So, anyways, he retired the GOAT of this generation, Braun Breaker.
Possibly the greatest main event title holder of all time. Potentially, with him retiring as number 17, with number 17.
I hope they give it to him. I'm a huge fucking Flair mark, as I'm sure people know. Obviously, you know, our good buddy, the Natural Lad Jet Swag, is literally a fucking straight ripoff of it. Or, no, I wouldn't say ripoff. He's an homage to Ric Flair. And I would love to have never seen that be broken. But it's been around for so long. I think it's finally time.
It is time.
And I don't think Triple H doesn't need it. Fucking I don't know who else is close. Maybe Randy Orton's kind of close. I don't think he benefits from it. John Cena becomes the new professional wrestling ambassador once he hits 17. And until John Cena dies, as he said in the press conference, he puts on the suit, he goes and he shakes everybody's hand, he goes to all the events, he announces things. 17-time world heavyweight champion, John Cena.
And then The Rock decides to go on a title reign because he can't have it. He can't have it.
Can't let anybody have it.
It's got to be somebody from the Anoa'i family.
Yeah, this will be until one of them starts getting titles in a multitude of fashions, and then 20 years from now, one of them will be 18-time, and then The Rock will be like, "I did it!
Did it for The Rock. I did it for Roman when he's 60 and still when he has his 3,000 day title reign as a senior
at 65 years old. He's like, oh shit, I forgot to turn in my AARP card and get a discount at the Denny's. Damn. Anyways.
All right. I have a hypothetical situation.
All right, let me hear it.
What do you think? Because I think you can already pick apart where Braun Breaker would fall apart as far as promos go, or at least for John Cena, he would find so many things to pick apart for Braun Breaker. Yeah. Where do you think Braun Breaker could hit John Cena where it hurts for promos?
He can hit him for being a shill for China.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about kayfabe shit.
Oh, kayfabe shit. Well, I mean, that's kind of what's kayfabe shit. Oh, he could hit him for being soft. Oh, yeah, you were a badass when you first started, and then you became everything. Kids loved him, and then you became what? a fucking part-timer. You became a part-time scumbag. Kind of like, I mean, CM Punk kind of already did that to John Cena, but, or I'm sorry, not CM, Dean Ambrose did that. Kind of. But I still think that they would apply here. Oh, now you want to come back for one more run. You live long enough to see you either die or you live long enough to become the villain, right? That's the whole thing. And I think you can hit him on that. And I don't think he should go too hard. I think Braun Breaker needs to let the physicality speak for itself. Attacking him,
I would say like the one thing he should stand on
is business.
Yes. I feel maybe the one thing he should stand on is, and this is going to probably piss people off, which I hope it does, but I would attack John Cena on the fact that he was a bodybuilder first and then a wrestler. Oh, yeah. And then Braun Breaker could say, I was bred for this. My family comes from wrestling and you're just going to be my oh shit. I went the Goldberg route.
Yeah, should be the next victim.
Yeah. I was bred for this shit.
Yeah, I like that. That's good.
You're just number one on my hit list.
Yeah,
so, yeah,
that's good. I like that. I think that would work.
And then I don't know what the fuck John Cena would hit him, but I'm sure he would destroy him. But I would just hit him where it fucking hurts. But I think with this Netflix deal, I think we go back to the backstage beatings. I think we go back to fucking showing up at his house and beating his ass. Hell, I hope John Cena has Peacemaker season 2 will be coming out during next year sometime. I think at the premiere, Braun Breaker shows up and beats his fucking ass in front of everybody and makes it seem real. Yeah. That's what I think we do. I think that's how we go about the go WCW route.
Oh yeah, Scorch, let's do it. Why not? Why not? You guys, it's like that episode of South Park and Butters is like, bitch, when you gonna come make some real motherfucking money? That's what Triple H, when you want to come make some real motherfucking money, right? That's how you do it. That is how fucking do it. Anyways, all right. You got anything else to say about the John Cena deal?
No, I think that was everything.
All right, cool. All right, so what do we want to talk about next?
What do you want to talk about? Game Rage fans?
Game Rage fans? Internet?
Shit, well, you already talked about the doughy ass state of the WWE universe, dude.
Yeah, that's... I can't believe this is fucking allowed. I mean, we were saying it jokingly on the podcast, what we did with Money in the Bank. But I mean, I was also serious too. Like, it is insulting to me that you've got guys that want to be in the ring and wrestle, but can't physically keep up because they're out of shape. Seth Rollins, okay. So I'll read a little thing that I did on Twitter the other day.
Oh yeah,
on the X, because there's a guy on there, and I'll say this: the guy is a cool guy. He runs like this LA Knight fan page or whatever.
Already hate him.
And I'm just kidding. He's not terrible. I mean, he seems like a nice guy. So he reposts this thing that somebody said. They said hot take, and they had a picture of Seth Rollins, and then they had the little greater than sign, and then they had a picture of Shawn Michaels. And they were saying essentially that Seth Rollins is greater than Shawn Michaels. And so he replied and said, you must be like 12 years old. And so I thought that it was funny. And so I said, cool. Wait a minute. Show the thread. There it is. I hate fucking Twitter. I said, hey, here's a real hot take. Wrestlers who are out of ring shape and put on terrible matches because of it are disrespectful to their fans and the business. Looking at you, Seth, second breakfast Rollins. And then I just said, HBK would never. Even when HBK, okay, Seth Rollins, you still have a 3 in your fucking age, at the front of your age. Okay, you haven't hit 40 yet. And you're going to tell me, dude, when Shawn Michaels was in his 50s fucking wrestling at WrestleManias, yeah, he couldn't wear the super tight pants anymore on the legs. Like, the legs had to have a little looseness to them. But that's because you're fucking old, man. He was still in shape. He didn't have fucking shit. And he still fucking put on hella fucking good matches.
And he was bow-legged, dude. Like, he would walk like a fucking cowboy.
Yeah, exactly.
And his torso would, like, rotate because
of all the back surgery. Yeah. But again, he was still able to do all the fucking moves. It wasn't like he was taking it easy or literally running out of breath during a match to where they literally, when Seth Rollins was in that Damian, he literally went like this. He gave him the finger to hold up a second and okay. And obviously Damian Priest is like 7 feet tall. So, okay, sure. Granted, those guys are not going to be in the best super great shape because they got a lot of blood to move around. All right. Their hearts are fucked. Okay. Like they get tuckered out real easy. Okay. So I'll give Damian Priest a pass. But Seth Rollins is like, and those fucking parachute pants that he was whatever the fuck that was, those pajama pants, he looked like he was fucking training to fight fucking Majin Buu or some shit. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And then that stupid little fucking, you couldn't even wear a belt. He had to have a fucking robe tie it around. And guess what? It came undone. It came undone because you couldn't have it very tight because that was the whole point, was so your fat rolls didn't roll over the fucking top of the thing.
Everybody's tucking their fucking gut in with, like, Damian Priest is lucky because he has the spandex fucking tank
singlet.
top.
It's the singlet.
Singlet. And you never see him take it down below his abdomen because he's holding his, it's holding the shape of his fucking gut.
You almost don't even, you just see it right below his nipples. That's where it goes, right? And then yes, it's holding everything together.
Yeah, fucking Undertaker did it because he was becoming Gut Cassidy, dude.
Yeah, and he didn't, and he's the fucking Undertaker. So it's okay.
Yeah, it was acceptable.
It's acceptable
because
he's old.
He's old, and he's been in the business for multiple fucking eras, dude.
Decades. Damian Priest, go to the gym. Seth Rollins, stop eating fucking pancakes.
Put the fork down.
Jesus fucking Christ. And again, we were talking about Solo Sikoa.
The biggest offender by all, dude.
That to me is because you're telling me this guy is going to be the one to take out Roman Reigns as the leader. And meanwhile, he literally looks like a balloon, like a fucking inflated balloon. There is no definition. It is flat as
he looks like the Samoan Stay Puft Marshmallow, dude.
It's disgusting. It is terrible. And I can't believe the audacity of these guys to think that we will suspend our disbeliefs to that. Sure, we suspend our disbeliefs on a lot of things when it comes to watching professional wrestling, right? But I cannot suspend my disbelief to the point where I think a fat guy could beat up a dude who is actually in shape.
Like Brock Lesnar.
Or, fuck, I mean, at least, hell, LA Knight may be old as balls, but at least he looks like he could beat somebody's ass. I got to give him that. Hell, that's probably the only reason he's even allowed to be there right now is because he's fucking shredded and he has the look.
And he cuts promos. Yeah.
And he's a pretty good wrestler, all right? But he's old. They probably would have tossed him. AJ Styles, also old. Best fucking shape of his life. When he was fighting the doughboy Cody Rhodes at those last two fucking previous pay-per-views, I'm like, I don't believe for a second that noodle arm Cody Rhodes could actually beat up AJ Styles. I don't believe it. I don't fucking believe it for a second. Hell, I honestly don't even believe that Cody Rhodes could beat up Solo Sikoa. All right, or maybe or him.
Let's not get crazy here. Let's not get. I know you hate Cody Rhodes, but you can't sell me on that one. That's a hard sell.
Let's see how far I can take it. But okay, maybe I did go a little too far with that one. However, I do hate Cody Rhodes. And I will say that, I mean, he must have fucking paid attention because, or at least he tanned himself properly because he did look a little more in shape for this match that was at the Money in the Bank. However, because he only had to do 1/6 of the normal 0 that he does in the ring, he didn't really do much. So I didn't really have any super bad things to say because he got like 4 spots. So it's like, okay, cool. He didn't fuck up the 4 moves that he had to do.
Yeah, the biggest offenders for me right now are Damian Priest, Seth Rollins, especially fucking Solo Sikoa.
Yep.
There's one more person. I even say Jey Uso is getting a little... Like he's taking a little too many stops at fucking McDonald's and hit the fucking McNuggets a little too hard.
Yeah, he's hitting the catering table a little too often.
They need to cut back on that shit.
I think what they need to do is vegetables only. All right,
vegetables only.
Low calorie foods and vegetables. That's it. No sugar, no fucking puff pastries, no pancakes, none of that shit. Cut it all out. Everyone's fucking, and they all need to get their A1C fucking checked because they probably all have diabetes.
Fucking A1C bloodline, dude.
That is one of the greatest fucking things we've ever said was the A1C bloodline. Oh man,
dude, how did Triple H? How is he doing a decent job as being the creative, the COO? Well, I guess in terms of creative shit for WWE, how is he letting these motherfuckers get pudgy, dude? The guys in fucking NXT look like they're fucking ready to beat everybody's ass on the main roster.
Yeah, well, I think he kind of gave up. I think he's just like, fuck it. These guys want to be fat. That's fine. When it comes down to Netflix time, hey, buddy, if you're looking like shit, you're not going to get some good matches. And
Trick Williams looks better than everybody on the roster, dude. Fucking, I'll take Joe Hendry, dude. Fuck me.
I mean, fuck, he looks better. Listen, I hate Joe Hendry, but I'll take him because he looks better than he looks better than Solo fucking Sikoa. I think Joe Hendry should be running the bloodline now at this point. I mean,
Joe Sikoa, whatever, dude. Make him the new bloodline member, like Sami Zayn, dude.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck, I mean, hell, Sami Zayn has even done a better job of not being as pudgy as he usually is. So, I mean, granted, maybe the belt fucking
the IC title,
gave him the drive to say, "Oh man, I gotta stop eating fucking McDonald's. I need to look a little better."
Kevin Owens was on that list, but then he slimmed down. Now he doesn't look threatening,
right?
Like you were saying.
That's what I was saying. He still has the gut. You can still see the gut, like the basketball. It's not as big, but then like he lost all the weight in his arms, and now he's got like fucking toothpick arms. And I'm like, fuck, man. Sure, maybe before you were like fatter, but like you looked like you had more muscle mass. So like I believe that you could street fight somebody with duct tape on your shirt, KO duct taped on your shirt. That worked for the gimmick. That worked. Well, really, his look is what made the gimmick. Like that's because that's what you had to go with. I felt like, but now you just look like fucking. You look like when like people. Like when people get like what is it? Not Ozempic, but the lap band or whatever.
Yeah.
It's kind of what it looks like. And I'm like, I don't buy it, man. I don't think you're fucking able to fight people anymore now. I don't feel like you're that guy. Hit the fucking gym. Do some goddamn curls, bitch. It's not hard. Same thing with Cody Rhodes. Do some fucking curls. Why do none of these guys work on their fucking their what is it called? The show muscles or whatever. Like that's the whole point. That's what you're supposed to look like. I don't like it. I don't like that shit. It makes you look like a fucking manlet. All right. And we're supposed to see wrestlers as these larger than life characters because that's what they are. You got to look like He-Man. And now, granted, not everybody does because people have different roles. But hell, you need to at least look like you're in shape enough to fucking do the maneuvers or to fight people. I mean, shit. Outside of the heavyweight division in the UFC, there's not a single fat person there. Not a single fat dude. Maybe there's people that might look out of shape, but they probably get their asses beat. Everybody else, shredded. Because they have to be. Because they're actually fighting each other. Hell, they should have weigh-ins at the WWE now. But like negative weigh-ins. So like if you're over, if your A1C's too high.
Just fucking get the bottle out, chew some bubble gum so you could spit into a bottle and lose it.
Yeah. Or start doing fucking drugs. I don't know. Fucking start doing meth. All right. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. If there's anything we want in wrestling, it's roided out freaks doing spectacular human feats that no one could conceivably do without the help of good old buddy testosterone.
Yeah, without good old performance-enhancing drugs. Much like baseball. That's how it should be. Wrestling and baseball. Steroids legal. Totally. Not only legal, but provided by the organizations.
Are we good with this topic?
Yep, I think we're good.
Okay. What do we at in terms of time?
30 minutes. 33 minutes.
Should we just end it here? I had more topics, but we're kind of on.
Shit. You know what? We could just fucking end it here and then just start a new episode.
Okay.
Or we could do a new episode, save it for, I don't know. All right. You know what? Yeah, fuck it. We'll end it here. All right. Even though we told them we were going to talk about it. Good. Cliffhanger. Tune in next time if you want to hear us talk about the conspiracy theory that I have regarding the merchandise of WWE and potentially UFC. So,
I want to talk about some of the happenings on Raw as well.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. Well, fuck it. We'll just record straight into another episode then.
Okay.
Or whatever. All right. Anyways, cool.
Let's get out of here.
Go to GameRageMagazine.com, at Game Rage Magazine on Instagram and TikTok. Yeah, you know the shit. He's going to say it. The natural lad's going to say it in the outro. So fucking anyways, get fucked. See you on the next one.
was another wonderful, amazing, powerful episode of the Game Rage Wrestling Podcast. And take it from me, ladies and gentlemen, the natural lad, Jet Swag. If there's one podcast, one show you should be listening to, that you should be absolutely grateful for, it's the Game Rage Wrestling Podcast. And one of the things you can do to show your appreciation for all the hard work and dedication that these boys put out day in, day out, just for you people, it's that you can go and you can subscribe and you can like and follow them on the Instagram and the TikTok at Game Rage Magazine. You can also follow them and like them and subscribe to them on the old Twitter, which I don't know what it's called now, but who cares? It's at Game Rage Mag there. Additionally, if you feel the need to really show your appreciation, which you should, then go to their website at www.GameRageMagazine.com and show us some love. Show them some love. And show some love for the natural lad, Jet Swag.